Hey guys, so I am gonna do a commentated, I guess, solo 5 mask on Disc Priest. Now, a lot of people messaged me in Discord asking if I could talk through how I play different packs, because they haven't done it as a Disc Priest, or they haven't done a 5 mask and they don't know what to look out for in terms of what is dangerous and what is not, especially as a healer who can't interrupt. Like Shaman can, but others can't. So I'm gonna do a little 5 mask clear and just explain as I go how I tackle different packs. Some of this might be silent because I'm not so great at explaining what I'm doing and playing at the same time. And I was gonna just do an over-the-top commentary, but I thought it would be better if I just explain it as I go. Now, this first area, there's pretty much nothing to look out for. I just pull everything on my way so I can go here and check the candle. Nothing is particularly scary here. I just tend to nuke down the Shaman because the cast that he does is the only thing that really does damage here. Then I'm just holding over to fill out. Now, I'm running a TD4 build, Expedient 3. It's not ideal in terms of stat-wise. But, I mean, I prefer having TD, because if it's high risk, high reward. Now you can pull the guy in here, there's a guy in here normally, and I think he gives you a 10% health increase. Don't quote me on that, I think it's health increase, it could also be versatility. Okay, now I'm going to pain suppression off the pull here, because this is a pretty big pull. Now I'm going to nuke down the Shaman. Oops, I shouldn't have just done that shockwave. Now these adds to a frontal, which is shockwave. Now the easiest thing you can do is just keep moving when you pull these, or just slightly sidestep, and then you won't get hit by it. As you can see, the shield bearer is casting it right now. I just sidestep, and then that's the end. This guy will do it here in a second, like this, and then you just step to the side. That's the only thing in this pack that is scary. I tend to just nuke the Shaman first because I don't like the lightning cast. It's my least favorite thing to deal with here. Okay, so no chest over there. Now these two mine carvers are pretty fucking annoying adds to deal with. You pretty much want to just nuke them down as fast as possible. Now this icon above them means that when they gain energy, let me show you here. When they gain energy, they're going to pretty much stun you. And I don't know how long this stun is, but it's quite long. It feels almost 4 seconds or something. It's really annoying to deal with. So you tend to just want to nuke them as quickly as possible. And if you, by any chance, I have no idea how I pulled that guy. I tend to just nuke this guy as quickly as possible because this purple swirly that you see there does 50 sanity damage. Now, I play on NA ping, and I'm an OCE player, so I sit between 180 to 230 ping, and it's pretty fucking hard to dodge that, really, unless you're already pre-running. So I tend to just nuke that as quick as possible, because otherwise he doesn't really do anything except for that knockback, which doesn't do anything, and the purple swirly on the ground, which you just want to dodge. So he's pretty easy to just nuke as quickly as possible. Now, I ended up clicking on that portal just because that's a 10% crit chance increase, so I guess that's pretty nice for this trace. Now this pack, I just killed him, but the only adds in this area that are pretty scary other than the mine carvers are the guy, I think they're called the Dominators, and they cast Touch of Abyss. The Touch of Abyss is a 4-second channel, but it's a stun. And it's not the stun that's so scary, it's the fact that you can potentially get stunned in a swirly, or just get meleeed by adds, and that's so scary. Now this pack here, you just want to kill this mine carver because he does that thing where he'll stun you if he gets enough energy. Other than that, nothing else in this pack, as you can see, he's about to do it. Nothing else in this pack really does anything, so you just kill him, focus him, and then just kill this. Now, if you stand in melee range with these appendages, they will stop going underground, which is hard sometimes when you're moving all the time. But if you just stand in melee, they will just stand there, and you can just nuke them down really quickly. This guy literally doesn't do anything. You can just pretty much kill him. And then move on. Now you might see that I have a weaker that tracks the potions. Now you can use potions. I don't, just because when the potions run out, they do like this really annoying, now here's a Dominator, you want to, well, TD played, but you want to kill that guy as quick as possible. Now if you don't happen to kill him quick enough and he does end up casting Touch of Abyss, I use Psychic Scream on him. And let's just say you don't have Scream up for whatever reason, you can use Shining Force to knock it back. On any toon though, even if I want a healer, I'll leg sweep it if I'm a monk, I'll mighty bash it if I'm a druid, I'm gonna hodge it if I'm a paladin, I'm gonna in-cat totem it if I'm on my shaman. You can interrupt it as a shaman, but it is the only class that has an interrupt, so like for the rest of us who don't play shamans, it's a bit unfortunate. This guy doesn't do anything, pretty much. The only thing he does do is this knock up, which is pretty annoying, which is like, whatever this is, Void Torrent. I use any movement speed ability I have on any toon, Tiger's Lust, like Feather, like you can go into Travel and Wild Charge. Because that knock up, it'll knock you up in the air and you do 15 sanity per tick, so you want to avoid getting knocked up at all costs. So. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't tend to use potions because I don't think I don't need them. But there are ones that like give you sanity and they give you like extra damage, like the breathing fire. But when they expire, they do this like awkward thing where you just run for 5 seconds straight while it's expiring. And I don't like having that on a healer because it means you can just run through your circle, you could run through the fear. You could run into like random things on the ground that you just don't tend to want to. So I don't collect potions anymore. But I can show you the place where you can see which potions are good for which run. So I can do that once I get to the end. Now this one's not so great. These little ads that I will show you, they apply like a ticking debuff. These little scarabs, they apply like a ticking debuff, and once you get 5 stacks of that, you will get stunned. Now I'm going to fear this headbutt because I don't want to get knocked back. Okay, he recast it instead of casting the fear. The toxic breath. You tend to just want to try and fear or stun like that the headbutt, just because sometimes you can get bumped through your corruption circle, which I don't tend to like. So I try to stun it. It can be hodged, it can be mighty bashed, swept, whatever. Because it's pretty annoying. It's like the only thing that I don't tend to like in this area. Now you don't tend to want to pull either of these packs. I do have to pull this because there's a chest. Now these guys apply that ticking debuff which I was telling you about. Now some classes can cleanse it, like Druid can cleanse it, but Priest cannot. Therefore you just have to watch your stack. So I'm sitting at 2. Once I get to 5, I'm going to get stunned, which is going to be here in a minute. So I'm going to pre-pain up just in case. It might fall off. Okay, it's gonna fall off. No, I did get stunned. So I got 5 stacks and I got stunned for 2 seconds. Nothing I can do about that, except hope it falls off because Priest can't dispel it. So it's just something annoying we have to deal with. Now there is sometimes a candle under here, which I don't think there is this time. No, there isn't. Now this guy here, we can't do anything about. I can't interrupt any of his casts, therefore you just have to hope that you kill it quickly. Now you don't tend to want to fear that guy as a priest, because sometimes these little guys will get feared too, and there's a potential that they're going to pull this pack over here. And you really don't want to pull that pack because it's going to apply that debuff that I was talking about, and you're going to stack up really quick. Having all of these, which is there's like 5 here, I accidentally pulled it, and all of these, it's just a waste of like your energy. I'm gonna stack up really quick here. Just gonna rapture this and just try and kill these as quickly as possible. Put my dots on everything, Holy Nova on myself, shield again. Yeah, you don't want to try and pull more than like 4 of these. It just gets too scary when you can't cleanse it. Oh, I got feared. Unfortunate. So yeah, you don't want to tend to pull like more than 4 of those. Now there's going to be 2 coming out here while I collect this chest. Just kill these as quickly as possible. Get feared here. Check for a candle in here quickly. Nothing. Okay, I'm trapped. That's over. But yeah, some classes like druids can dispel that, so it's not as scary. Now this guy, the only thing he really does that's pretty annoying is this toxic breath. I think it's toxic volley. Yeah, this, if you stand in that, it does 50-70 per tick. So you don't tend to want to stand in that. You want to keep moving right before it passes. The toxic breath again can't dispel it, so there's literally nothing I can do about that. Just move out of the volley, keep moving under the fear, and you're done. But yeah, I don't tend to pull this pack over here. You can just walk around here and kill that without killing that pack, but I accidentally pulled it, so I'm gonna kill this just because I don't want to take this into the next pack. It's just an extra debuff that's gonna get applied. I'm gonna wait for this to spawn, because if this guy headbutts me through here, it's pretty much just insta-death, so I'm gonna wait for this to finish spawning. Okay, now you're gonna nuke the Bone Crusher. He's probably gonna headbutt first, fearing the headbutt. And you just want to kill him as quickly as possible. He's headbutting again. And that itself is not so bad. It's just the fact that if you get headbutted while this circle is up, it's pretty much just instant death. Okay. Just doing 2 here. Kill these. Now, Rexa is scary, and I probably won't talk as much during, because I have to focus on quite a few things, so I'll probably just explain it afterwards. But pretty much the play is to like play it slow, kill him, like face him slow, because you don't want to have all 4 pigs out at the same time, because then it gets really hard to manage the because you can't interrupt it. So the only thing that you can do is fear it or use Shining Force. Now, I don't want to have 4 out at once because I cannot control them, so you need to face them as slowly as possible. Therefore, you just want to save everything and pretty much just smite and purge the wicked the boss. And I put my back to the wall, so when I get knocked back by the boars, I'm gonna get knocked into the wall. Okay, I'm gonna get 1 boar here. I'm gonna put my trinket on it and purge the wicked, and it's gonna die pretty quickly. Shield myself. I'm getting knocked back. Trinket on it. Alright. Paints up myself here. Can I nuke this one as quickly as possible? Okay, TD prop. He's gonna phase faster now. So this, I'm gonna get disoriented because I got knocked back. I'm gonna drop my... I'm gonna fear these, just so I can get myself in a better position. Then I'm gonna kill this ad. Try not to stand in the trap, I'm just gonna kill him. But you want to face him as slow as possible, because if you face him quickly and you pop every single thing on the boss, he's gonna phase fast and you're gonna get 4 pigs at once. And when you get 4 pigs at once, you can fear all 4 when they come out, which is fine. But then your problem is that you don't have anything else, and they're just gonna drain. They're just gonna keep draining your sanity because you can't interrupt them. So as soon as they come out, you want to drop everything. So I use like I'm lucky enough to have a mythic claw. I put my mythic claw. I used my crucible of flame. I used my Shadow Fiend. I think I called it a mind bend or an accident, but I used them on the ads, and I pretty much just ignore Rexa until I've killed all the ads. It's just the safest way to deal with it. I did used to do it with a burn strat, but if you can't face him quick enough, then he's pretty much just gonna, if you don't have cheat death, well I did have cheat but I didn't want to proc it, it's pretty much just like suicide. So it's better to just play slow, face him slowly, and then just kill the pigs as they spawn, or the boars, sorry. Again, just dodge the shockwave. Again, I pretty much just kill the shaman at first because I can't interrupt the shield bearer. So I'm gonna cast shockwave here in a minute. Sidestep that. That's like the only thing you have to worry about. Blade Storm doesn't really do anything. It does like tickling damage, so I just ignore that. Apologies about the car in the background. I live on a street and it's probably pretty loud. So, sorry about that. Okay, it's eating. Pretty much just killed this guy doesn't really do anything. Dodge the Surging Fist, and as soon as he's cast Surging Fist, he casts Decimator. Now he'll throw like a black like ball at you, which is gonna go from where you're standing back to him. So just like this, and then just move to the side of where you were, because that does sanity damage if it catches you on the way back. I pretty much just kill him here. Decimator, so I'm just gonna sidestep that. Keep jumping because you have the bugs on you. And then I go this way. That just starts the only reason I do that is because it starts with this RP and I just get this zone done. So I'm gonna pull this guy here. Now there is a neat trick that you can do with Priest and only Priest. Because Priest is the only whoops. My bad, I was trying to sidestep this early. Priest is the only class healer that can drop aggro other than like Earth Elemental for Shaman. So what I do in big scary packs, I use my Fade, which removes all my threat now, but the only reason that that works is because I have a, okay, he randomly went and pulled a pack for me, which is not ideal, I'll be honest. Sometimes he does, like your dude will just randomly pull that pack, I don't know what triggers it, but if you're not moving. Now I'm gonna press Fade here and I'm gonna remove all my threat. Now it's gonna go on the NPC. He's gonna die fairly quickly here, and I'm gonna get my aggro back. But it gives you a little bit of leeway. And Fade is a pretty long CD, but I do like to use it in the case of like doing big pulls. You Fade, and your NPC is gonna take aggro for you. It doesn't last for very long. It's only 10 seconds, so you're gonna get aggro back fairly quickly. But it is a nice little trick that you can do, like if you're getting slammed by some ads. But it's only when you have an NPC, so it's like only in this zone. You can also do it in Stormwind and Old Town because you have Valera with you, I think is her name. You can also do it with her. Now normally I will pull this pack here that he randomly pulled for me. I'll pull that with Boss once I get a gift prop, but because he pulled it and I've already pulled it, I'm just going to pop everything on the Boss here. Pop my Trinket, my Crucibles, pop my, what is this thing called? Shadow Fiend. I keep going to pull it Mindbender. Don't cast during Howling in Pain, because you're going to get locked. So, tend to avoid casting during that. Pretty much just nuke him. You want to go in with Gift, ideally, because that throw does sanity damage when he drops you. And the only way, you can't avoid that as a healer as far as I'm aware. I think you might be able to roll out of it or something, but I don't really know. So if you go in with Gift proc, then he's going to throw you and it's not going to cost any sanity. But I know Demon Hunters can avoid it, but I've never tried it as a priest. Like, I'm genuinely not too sure how I could avoid it. So, now again, once I've made sure that my NPC has hit these, I'm going to Fade and he's going to have aggro. Now you have to make sure he has attacked the ads. You can't just go into the pack and Fade because there is a high chance your NPC hasn't attacked it, so he's going to have no threat. Now if you drop your threat and he hasn't got threat, you're just going to keep getting meleeed. So you have to just wait a few seconds in the pull to make sure that he has attacked the ads that you want to Fade, and then off you go. But yeah, as you can see, it doesn't last very long, but it is just like a nice little trick if you want to like free cast and not like get meleeed while you're casting, or like if you're taking a lot of damage. Okay, I got a gift proc, so I'm gonna quickly. Now this pack is scary. Double Mind Carver Dominator. Nuke this Dominator as quickly as you can, so he doesn't cast Touch of Abyss. Now these guys are the guys who, once they have energy, they will probably stun you. So nuke the Dominator as quickly as possible. If he casts Touch of Abyss, you're gonna fear. And then you're going to kill him. If you don't kill him by any chance, you're going to use your Shining Force, which is this, which you can talent into. You can reduce this, which is fine. Reduces your Psychic Scream. I'm probably going to get feared, so I'm just going to go in the water. That is good too, but I just take Shiny Force because sometimes I like the ads to just get off of me when I'm fighting them, if I have a lot of them. Just knocking them back and like getting a little bit of leeway is always nice. Now, don't pull this pack, you don't need it for percentage. The only time you would ever pull it is if there is a chest there, and there isn't, so I'm just going to ignore it. We're just going to pull this. TD is going to do wonders for me. Pretty much I dot everything, spam Holy Nova. It's like the best AoE, in my opinion. Alright, this chest. I'm missing a candle, so I'm gonna get it afterwards. It's gonna be either up there or over here. It's over here. I'm gonna kill this guy here. I'm probably gonna pop my trinket on him just because I'm a little bit low on sanity and I want to phase him quickly. Now with Bigwigs it tells you when he's casting. Now you want to be... I got corruption slowed, that was unfortunate. But you want to be waiting for that and moving pre-moving, because I'm on 200 ping, so if I see that notification that he's going to be casting it soon, I just start moving instantly so that I don't get clipped by it. Okay, I'm gonna put a pigment here. I'll kill this. Now I could potentially, normally I don't need to orb here, sometimes if I come out of Rexile with like full sanity, I don't orb here, but I am going to orb here anyway just to be safe. I don't really need to because I know I can kill this guy quickly. I'll probably kill him before I even run out of sanity here. But I'm just going to orb for safety. With these affixes, you can pretty much full clear as a Disc Priest without using anything. Like without using any sanity. Without using any orbs for the entire run. But I had a little bit of a rough time in Rexile's room, so I'm just going to orb it. This guy is not so great to fight. There are things that you want to avoid, for instance. So, because he casts Ring of Chaos, which is like a, let's say I am the boss. Oops, I didn't get put there. I am the boss. It is a, there are those big orbs that go outwards. Now, if you're standing right on top of him, you will not get hit. But while you are standing there, you need to dodge his frontal. I can't think of what it's called. But you want to dodge his frontal. And you want to dodge the unleashed corruptions, which are like swirlies on the ground. So I stand right on top of him. And I pretty much just sidestep. Just slowly sidestep my way around the boss. Do not back up. Because then you're going to back into the Ring of Chaos when he spawns it. So you just stand on top of him and then just slowly edge your way around him. That I find is the best way to deal with those things. Sorry for people who have killed this before and they're only here to hear how priests handle this. Some of my viewers just wanted like a full rundown on how I handle it. So I thought I would do it on my priest because it's very much sometimes and a lot of my viewers watch me for priest gameplay. So, yeah. Now, one of my videos I did for a full clear was, I didn't use any TD corruption. Okay. Tooltip, you don't have to pull that pack at the back. Normally there's a candle there, but I was not paying attention and I didn't see there wasn't a candle. So I pulled that for like no reason. But yeah, you can do a full clear without TD. You like, stat corruption is better for priest. I just run TD just because sometimes I like to pull really big and having TD. Having the chance of a TD proc is nice. So. Now I always go up here because there is always a candle that could be up here. There is one, so I always run up here to grab this candle. Jump down. None of the ads in this zone really do anything. It's pretty much just dodge the swirly. Some apply a dot that heals them while they attack you, and that's not really anything you have to worry about. I think Druid again can cleanse it, but Priest cannot. Just keep jumping. Make sure you jump, otherwise you're gonna get the permanent running debuff. And then yeah, just dodge the swirlies. Like these guys don't do anything. I'm just gonna kill these guys for the hell of it. Put my dots out, and I'm just holding over. TD, haha, I was facing the wrong way. But yeah, if you don't have TD, you totally don't TD isn't going to define whether you can go 5 mask clear on a priest. I have uploaded one where I didn't run a single piece of damage corruption. I just ran severe and expedient, and it is possible. Now again, I kill the shamans first, just because I don't like the lightning cast. This mental assault's pretty nasty, so I tend to normally fear it. You just chuck out the fear. Don't fear it when it's not casting like I did right there, but when he, like this, mental assault, fear it. If you use Shining Force, it does not stop the cast. So when you knock it, you're gonna be like, okay, I don't have fear, I'm gonna use Shining Force. It will not interrupt the cast. It will just knock it further away from you and keep casting. And you can outrange it, so you can knock it to just outrange it. But sometimes you won't be outrange enough, so it's kind of not worth. Now these are the guys that apply a debuff to you that heals them. Again, mental assault. I'm gonna knock it, but you're gonna see he's still casting. So knocking it is never really the best idea. Either fear it or kill it first. Yeah, now these berserkers, whoops, I didn't jump, are the guys who apply a debuff to you that heals them, which is this thing right here. When they attack you, they heal for 4% of their maximum HP. So pretty much you just want to nuke them down. That's like the only thing you can do. Just focus one, kill it as quick as possible. Can't cleanse it as a priest. Now you can pull this. You can run through here. You don't have to run around the back. You can just run along here and pull this guy. There's kind of no point to pull them unless you want the mementos, but I don't think they're worth the time spent on them, so I don't tend to pull them. I just run around the back. And the reason I come around the back here is because there can be, I've collected everything, but there can be a candle here and there can be a chest here. So that's the only reason I run around the back here. Now I put my trinket. I don't ever use Shadow Fiend when I'm killing this guy, because this guy doesn't do anything other than this hopelessness, which you just collect the orb. I face him quickly, so I'm going to get another orb here. You just collect the orb and then just kill him. That's it. And dodge the waves. Now I do tend to like killing him here because I haven't pulled these two guys. Now you can fight him here, but if for any reason you're dodging waves that come this way and you happen to run around here, you're probably going to pull these. So I don't like to fight there. Fighting in the hallway down here, you can keep track of the waves a bit better, so I tend to like fighting him down there. Now you can pull all this random trash if you want to. There's a guy in here that has a buff. I don't think he's here. He might be here. He's here. This guy gives a buff. I don't care about pulling him. These guys, again, can give you mementos. Now the poison thing that I was telling you about earlier, the potions, this is where you find out. Now, this potion right here, so for instance, the red potion is bad. Whatever is next to the dead body is bad. Therefore, you can pick up any of these that will help you. But, they, as I said earlier, they do give you that running debuff when they expire. So I don't tend to use them at all, because I don't like randomly running. Now these guys do another frontal called Break Spirit. I'm going to fear the horrifying shout. Just move out the way. It's another frontal, just step to the side and it will go. So I fear the first horrifying shout for one of them. Now this guy's going to do it. I'm going to use Shining Force. I'm going to knock him back, and that interrupts that cast. Again, Break Spirit, frontal, just move out of the frontal. Move out of the swirl from my Figment. Like that. So yeah, if after you've done a full clear, you should be sitting around the like 9th. Well, it depends. If you kill everything, you're probably going to be sitting around the 2100 mark. I haven't killed everything. I don't really care to kill everything either. So I missed a crystal. Therefore, it must be in the last zone because I got one for each other zone. So I'm just going to go back here. I didn't check inside, so that might be why. Whoops. But yeah, this week 4 is good, but for some reason spirits never work. Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't work, normally I just manually click it, but I forget and then I never check. It's probably here. Yeah, it's here. But yeah. I can link you the week 4. There's a week 4 that shows you where all the candles are, and that's how I know where they are. So I can link you that in the description if anyone wants it. That's not a week, or sorry, it's an add-on. But yeah, as you can see on my map, it shows where everything is. But that's pretty much how you deal with all the zones as a priest. I think, to be honest, running Psychic Voice as a talent might be better because it reduces your Psychic Scream. But sometimes in some packs I'm going to use Scream and Shining Force, so I tend to just like taking Shining Force. But some ads don't get interrupted by Shining Force, like the Break Spirit ads, the two guys that you just saw me fight in front of Thrall's room. If I had the Scream talent, like the one that reduces it by 30 seconds, I probably still couldn't interrupt both ads, both of the Horrifies. So I tend to just enjoy running Scream and Shining Force just so I can interrupt like those ads. The Mental Assault ads can't get interrupted. The elementals that cast the dot on you can be interrupted. But you can also just dispel that too. You don't have to interrupt it. Now here, I pretty much just pull into the orb, put my dots on the boars, watch out for the frontal. Then I just kill the boars first. I got a gift drop. I'm gonna kill this guy quickly. Watch out for the frontal. And then I just drop everything on him. He's gonna cast the hopelessness thing again, like that last boss. Pick that up. Watch out for the frontal. Sometimes you'll break this, sometimes you won't. I still had my trinket running, so I'm probably gonna break it. I didn't break it. That is just luck. Sometimes you'll be able to break it, but if you happen to get slowed, like the zone's slow, this thing here, like I'm slowed right now, chances are you're probably not gonna break it, which don't worry about it. Dodge the frontal. Again, I'm slowed. I'm sped now, so it's fine. Just dodge that circle. Now you're gonna dodge the frontal, run back in here. Don't stand in the stuff on the ground, does any damage, so you don't want to stand in that. Use Skeleton Strike. Dodge frontal. That's it. But yeah, it is totally doable without Twilight Div. I can record another video of me doing this like without Twilight Div, so people can see how I handle it without having something that can just like nuke mobs for me, which I'm happy to do. But yeah, I'm sorry if you're watching this and you don't need to know everything that I just explained, but it's just a pretty much overall like how to do visions for some of my viewers who maybe haven't done a full clear or done a mask clear. So but yeah, that's pretty much it. I can do these for each spec if people are wondering like how I handle it on a druid or my shaman or my monk, because the way that you play each of these visions on each spec and each zones, like things interact differently. Like Leaden Foot you can get rid of as a druid, as a monk, as a paladin. If you're in wolf form for shaman, you won't be slowed. So, but as a priest, obviously, unfortunately, we are affected by Leaden Foot. We have no way to drop it, so therefore we just have to play around it. So each spec interacts with each vision differently in terms of healers. So if this was helpful, I can potentially do one for each healing spec if you're wondering how I handle different things. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the description. I do stream sometimes, and I stream a lot of visions, especially this week as I'm farming for echoes, so I think I've done about 30 visions this week. So I normally stream them, so you can find me there, or I can put my Discord link in the description if you happen to have any questions about how I run this and what I run with. In terms of, like, some people want to know like what Azurite and stuff I use. I don't have a particular Azurite set for visions. I don't have particularly great Azurite. I keep getting really bad RNG, but ideally I would want to run triple death throws and not. Thunderous Blast is fine for vision, so it's not so great for M+, but I don't tend to have like a build. This right here is my vision build, which is like my Twilight Dev, but normally I'm running like, you know, I'm just running straight Severes and Expedient. So yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.